The Age of Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason or simply the Enlightenment, was an intellectual and philosophical movement that dominated the world of ideas in Europe during the 18th century. The Enlightenment included a range of ideas centered on the pursuit of happiness, sovereignty of reason, and the evidence of the senses as the primary sources of knowledge, and advanced ideals such as liberty, progress, toleration, fraternity, constitutional government, and separation of church and state. Paragraph. The Enlightenment has its roots in a European intellectual and scholarly movement known as Renaissance humanism, and was also preceded by the scientific revolution and the work of Francis Bacon, among others. Some date the beginning of the Enlightenment back to René Descartes' 1637 philosophy of cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, while others cite the publication of Isaac Newton's Principia Mathematica, 1687, as the culmination of the scientific revolution and the beginning of the Enlightenment. European historians traditionally date its beginning with the death of Louis XIV of France in 1715 until the 1789 outbreak of the French Revolution. Most ended with the beginning of the 19th century. Paragraph. Philosophers and scientists of the period widely circulated their ideas through meetings at scientific academies, Masonic lodges, literary salons, coffee houses, and in printed books, journals, and pamphlets. The ideas of the Enlightenment undermined the authority of the monarchy and the Catholic Church and paved the way for the political revolutions of the 18th and 19th centuries. A variety of 19th century movements, including liberalism, communism, and neoclassicism, trace their intellectual heritage to the Enlightenment. Paragraph. The Death of Socrates, French, La Mort de Socrate, is an oil on canvas painted by French painter Jacques-Louis David in 1787. The painting focuses on a classical subject like many of his works from that decade, in this case the story of the execution of Socrates as told by Plato in his Phaedo 1-2. In this story, Socrates has been convicted of corrupting the youth of Athens and introducing strange gods, and has been sentenced to die by drinking poison hemlock. Socrates uses his death as a final lesson for his pupils rather than fleeing when the opportunity arises, and faces it calmly. The Phaedo depicts the death of Socrates and is also Plato's fourth and last dialogue to detail the philosopher's final days, which is also detailed in Euthyphro, Apology, and Crito. Paragraph. In the painting, an old man in a white robe sits upright on a bed, one hand extended over a cup, the other gesturing in the air. He is surrounded by other men of varying ages, most showing emotional distress, unlike the old man, who remains calm. The young man handing him the cup looks the other way, with his face in his free hand. Another young man clutches the thigh of the old man. An elderly man sits at the end of the bed, slumped over and looking in his lap. To the left, other men are seen through an arch set in the background wall. Paragraph. Rococo interior originated in France in the early 18th century. It was originally called the style of Louis XV. The period of his reigning coincides with the heyday of the French Rococo. This style became the epitome of the aristocratic circle's attraction to delight, desire to plunge into the elite world of carefree carnival, and the mysterious atmosphere of boudoir life. Rococo is the style of luxury illusion, detachment from reality, the desire for the pleasures of life. Paragraph. Rococo is a feminine style. It was created and transformed by the female favorites of the king, and therefore this style embodies love, intrigue, and excitement of the holiday. Luxurious, but fleeting, beautiful but temporary. Paragraph. Interior design in the style of Rococo embodies sensuality and sophistication, mystery and elegance, comfort, and beauty. Paragraph. This style has a lot in common with its predecessor, the Baroque style. What is the difference between Baroque and Rococo? Baroque is solemn pageantry and Rococo is graceful coquetry and playful finesse. Baroque is embodied in monumental grandeur, Rococo, in a refined intimacy. Baroque is contrast, bright colors, symmetry, and scale. Rococo is pastel shades, grace, boudoir atmosphere.